What animal made that sound? If you heard it outside your tent in the middle of the night, what would your mind tell you? A monster? Some unknown predator? Millions of people online think they already know the answer. A black panther. But here's the problem. There is no such animal. And once I discovered that, this entire story became far more interesting than I ever expected. Because the Black Panther scream isn't the voice of one mysterious creature. It's the voice of a myth. And two very real predators hiding behind it. For decades, black panthers have occupied a strange place in our imagination. They appear in documentaries, zoos, viral videos, movies. They're elegant, powerful, and surprisingly elusive. It's easy to understand why people started seeing them as something almost supernatural. And somehow, we all seem to know exactly what a black panther is. Except, scientifically speaking, we don't. Because black panther isn't a species, it's a nickname. A label we've created, and that label hides something fascinating. Most black panthers are actually one of two animals. In Africa and Asia, they're usually leopards. In the Americas, they're typically jaguars. That's it. No secret species. No undiscovered predator. Just two of the most successful big cats on Earth, wearing an unusually dark coat. That dark coat comes from a genetic trait called melanism. Melanism causes an excess of dark pigment, giving the fur its striking black appearance. But here's my favorite detail. These animals aren't truly solid black. Under the right lighting, the familiar rosettes of a leopard or jaguar can still be seen beneath the fur. The spots never actually disappear. They're just much harder to see. And honestly, I think that makes them even more fascinating. Now, let's go back to the sound. Because once you understand that a black panther isn't a single animal, you realize there's no such thing as one black panther scream. The internet treats it like a single sound. It isn't. If the animal is a melanistic leopard, it sounds exactly like any other leopard. And leopard calls are bizarre. People often compare them to the sound of a handsaw cutting through wood, not a roar. Not what most people expect from a big cat. A rough, rasping series of territorial coughs that echo through forests and savannas. Harsh, repetitive. And if you heard it in the dark, without knowing what it was, you'd probably never guess it came from a leopard. But if the animal is a melanistic jaguar, everything changes. Jaguars produce deep roars, grunts, and growls that sound heavier. Less like an alarm, and more like a warning. Two completely different animals. Two completely different voices. Yet both are called black panthers. Scientists believe that melanism may even offer an advantage in dense forests, where shadows can help conceal an ambush predator. And maybe that's why black panthers have fascinated us for generations. We recognize them instantly, yet very few people know what they actually are. Maybe that's why the myth survives. Black panther is easier to remember than melanistic leopard or melanistic jaguar. But nature doesn't always fit neatly into the categories we create. Behind that single name are two species, two continents, two voices, and one of the internet's most persistent animal myths. So the next time someone tells you they heard the black panther scream, you'll know the real question they're asking. Was it a leopard or was it a jaguar? Most of us will never encounter either of them in the wild, but we can still listen. And now, listen carefully, because this time you'll know exactly what you're hearing.